Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson is flying up draft boards. Let's break down his All-22 and we'll see if he's the future for the New York Jets. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here in the Jets film room and we're back with another All-22 breakdown, and today's a big one. We're evaluating Ty Simpson because he's firmly in the mix to become QB1 and the Jets desperately need a quarterback. Now let me be clear, this is not a QB comparison to Mendoza or a rankings video, it's simply what the All-22 says about him. We're going to begin by looking at his arm talent. It's crucial for an NFL quarterback and he has it in spades. First game here of the season against FSU, you can see Simpson, he's in the pistol, play action here for Alabama, passes up his first read and delivers a 40-yard strike. This guy has no trouble pushing the ball down the field, making NFL throws, and this location, that's pretty special in his first collegiate start. Now, something I love about Ty Simpson early on in this evaluation is how his feet and eyes are tied together. What do I mean by that? Freeze it at the top, back foot in the ground. He has a look down the seam and it's not there. He doesn't like the throw. So his eyes and his feet move. They align with his target and give him the ability to push the ball down the field. What a great way to showcase that arm, to showcase the location, and to start today's video. Love this from Ty. And from the same game, I don't love the decision, but it really showcases the arm. You're going to see here, out of the gun, Simpson gets pushed off his spot, but he resets his feet and fires it in there between two defenders. It's broken up, but I like the way that Ty identifies. We've got some backside pressure here. Left tackle's in trouble. So move, get off your spot. As I said, the base remains perfect, and he rips this ball in there. It's back-shouldered, does a great job throwing the leverage and advantage of his receiver. Now, it's pretty tight. That's a small window. That safety could easily break this up and possibly cause an interception, but his arm strength to just rip this ball in there and right on time and in the correct spot, it's impressive. Now fast forwarding to the Georgia game, you're going to get another pressure, this time the right-hand B gap. We're straight through there with the linebacker, but Simpson just hangs in the pocket. This kid's tough. He's not afraid to take shots. And again, look at him step in the bucket. He's not falling away. He gets that foot in there towards his target and fires it in another NFL window. Really nice job. Even though he's hot and he's under pressure, he doesn't panic. He hangs in there, tough in the pocket, and he rips this ball outside the numbers. Again, that's something you're going to see on Sundays. But arm talent doesn't always mean velo. You need to be able to layer the football into windows at the next level. Great example of it here against Vandy. You're going to see cover 2. He's able to take advantage of it, hit the hole, and just feather this football in there. Great touch. Really nice arc on this throw, and it's a touchdown for Alabama. But look at the wrist flick here, the release. This is so easy. It's like a walk in the park for Ty Simpson. Really, really nice mechanics. Looks very simple. He has the ability to throw the ball in a multitude of ways, not just fire it in there like a guy like Dante Moore can sometimes do. I liked seeing him throw from different platforms or different trajectories, and that was a pretty good example. But he can also do it down the field. And once again here, you're going to see this is not his first read. Eyes go to the right of your screen, not open. We're going to clutch the football, flip our head, flip our feet, and just throw our guy open. 55 air yards. Again, Simpson makes it look really easy. He has no trouble pushing the ball deep. There are hands in his face. This is a crowded, collapsing pocket, but he's able to uncork a deep ball with minimal stepping into the throw, and it's a huge gain. He is going to have no trouble forcing the ball down the field in the NFL. He's got ample arm strength. And that wasn't the only example. Going back to that Georgia game from the end zone view, have a look at him on this little designed rollout. Again, we reset our base, flick our wrist, and 50 plus yards. Now this is dropped. There were plenty of drops from this game. The tape tells the story. Simpson's going to take advantage of these looks in the NFL. But the aspect of his game that jumped off the tape the most when I watched it was how pro-ready he looks for a guy with 8 college starts. His eye manipulation and ability to climb the pocket looks like it should. Now here's a great example. From under center, we have a play action look, and on the surface, it's a wide open dig into a huge window and an easy pitch and catch. It's more nuanced than that, guys. If you blink, you'll miss it. When he gets to the top of his drop, freeze it right here. Watch the stripe of the helmet. It just shoots to the left-hand side towards the running back. We freeze the feet of the linebacker, get him stuck in the mud, and that's what opens the window. Look at it at full speed. Just a slight glance to the left-hand side, that's what causes the confusion and opens up the dig. This is something that you see from a veteran. It's not very often you see it from a first-year starter in the college level, so it's easy to be impressed by that. But there are plenty of examples. Again, going back to this Bulldogs game, you're going to see him just climb the pocket, go through an NFL read, and fire it into a tight window. Really, really impressive stuff. He gets pressure off his right-hand side. He steps up. He climbs at the perfect time. We keep that football high and tight. He doesn't like the post of the first read. It acts as a clear out, and we then hit the dig coming in behind. Again, NFL type window, a concept you're going to see a ton on the front side when you get to the NFL. This is big boy stuff. This isn't just some spread offense. Loved that from Simpson. And one last example of him looking pro-ready. Out of empty, a huge gotta have it third down. You're going to see Simpson, his eyes flash right, the sit route's not there. We come back to the slant on the backside and we hit our tight end for the first down. Looks very simple, but his fundamentals are outstanding. I'll talk about that base again. We're set up to throw the sit. It's not there. We align our base, our eyes and feet are tied together like we mentioned in the first clip. Look at him, perfectly aligned to his target to rip this ball, and that's how we're an accurate quarterback. Making sure we're not falling away, we're throwing off platform for no reason. These are the things I want to see from a quarterback. It's hard not to be impressed by Simpson. But even when the play call isn't successful and you need him to improvise off script, I think he's good in those situations. Is he going to be Lamar Jackson? No. But he's that Sam Darnold, Justin Herbert caliber of athlete. Out of the shotgun here against Vandy, you're going to see he gets pressure from the right-hand side, steps up, gets outside of the pocket, but he's able to hit his receiver in a scramble drill situation and get a first down for Alabama. Now, what I like most about this is even under pressure and duress, he aligns himself to the target. His feet and his front shoulder, they point towards his receiver. He's able to stop him in his tracks, not lead him into trouble, and that's what you want. You just need NFL functional mobility. He's a big body, he's strong, and he can make plays on the run. Another terrific example, this might have been my favorite that showcases his skill set. We've got a huge coverage bust. We've got a 300-pound athlete just steamrolling through the A-gap. We've got to get out. We've got to find space. And then he has a great feel and ability to connect with his receivers in these scramble situations. Understands there's nothing there to be had. Am I running? Find enough space, make enough platform throw, and he gets another crucial first down. This is the kind of stuff that excites me. It isn't flashy, but it's what you need to succeed on Sundays. And this is a fun one. Nice little ball handling here from Simpson. You're going to see as we let this unfold. Fakes the toss. We got this little rollout. He steps inside, lassos the defender, and fires it in there. Look, he's wide open, but this is a really fun play. Makes a guy miss in space. He's able to again reset his feet. And what I like about Ty Simpson, guys, is that when he scrambles and gets outside the pocket and breaks contain like he does right here, he's not trying to be a runner. He's still a pass-first guy. A Patrick Mahomes does that really well. Even though he could go and get 5 or 6 yards, he knows he's more dangerous with a rock in his hand and the ability to push it down into the end zone. I really like that they showcase some of this at Alabama. Again, the ability to make a guy miss in space, and we know he's got a cannon. And on top of that, he can run a little bit as well. I like how he steps up once again, everything we've talked about all video long, pressure from both edges, little collapse in pocket, get up, get out of there, slide, survive, and take the first down. Stay ahead of the chains. A guy who rarely took sacks in college, he balanced this ability with the risk really, really well. I've been super impressed with his low-key ability to make plays outside of structure and when the play breaks down. But on the flip side, the negatives that I saw on Simpson's film was that sometimes he was too trusting in his arm and he was late to get rid of the football. Now, I understand he only has 8 college starts. I sound like I'm nitpicking, but it's important in the NFL. Great example going back to that first start against Florida State. There's a cover 2 hole shot. We're late to get rid of the football. We still try to squeeze it in, and that could easily be an interception if the safety gets a bit of a better break. Now, as we get to the top of our drop right here, we need to throw this football. Corner squatting, you can see the tight end leaking out into his area. The cover 2 hole shot is open, but he double clutches at the football, and that is not going to work at the next level. We need to trust our eyes, we need to be on time, but we can't just trust our arm to throw it in any old window. It doesn't work like that. This time on a rollout, moving to his right-hand side, we've got one of those Georgia dog linebackers on the edge. They're fast, good athletes, but he thinks, you know what? I can get this ball over the linebacker. He can't. This should be an interception. The one pick on the season is a little bit misleading. He's had quite a lot of negative throws when I looked at it, but again, it's just believing he can make any throw when sometimes you just need to eat it. It isn't there for Ty Simpson. You've got a man in your face. You've got a man all over your receiver. Just throw it away. And when there's a guy in our face, we can't panic and force the ball into double coverage. Even though we're on the shadow of our end zone, he holds the ball for a fairly long time here. We lose this double team on the left-hand side, and on the back end, there's 2 guys there. This could easily be intercepted if the safety coming down and closing downhill makes a better read on the football instead of just running towards the receiver. I get this pressure in his face. I understand he's playing a world-class college defense, but again, you can't just think, I'm going to fit the ball in there, I'm going to force it in, and I'm going to beat them with my arm. Last play, this time going back to him pushing the ball down the field out of the pistol. Have a look at him, top of his drop. He wants to throw the ball vertical here to the left-hand side of his formation. There are 3 guys sitting on top of this route. He has no leverage, the receiver. Simpson still wants to uncork this football. Like, look at him. The safety is over the top. He has all the control, and if he reads this better, this is going to be an interception. Unfortunately, it hits the deck. But you need to be better with your decision making. If it's not there, you can't just throw it and go for that arm punt. This is first down. This is not 3rd and 18. This is not a, we need to have this play right here. Just a reckless throw from Ty Simpson, trusted his arm, and it was never there. So there's my all 22 breakdown on Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson. Overall, considering this kid's had 8 starts, you love the tools. He has that NFL build and body. He has great arm strength. He does fantastic things in the pocket with his eyes and his feet, and I think he's going to be an option for the Jets in April.